How's it going, everybody, and welcome to the finale for BOXBOY and BOXGIRL. Last time we showed off the final balloon challenge stages within A Tall Tale, starring the very tall cutie. I couldn't resist saying it one last time. Anyway, this time we're going to be showing some infamous HAL rooms that are mostly present in the Kirby series, but they've been in the BOXBOY series too. And I will be telling you, well, showing you a secret ending to this game, as well as telling you a very convincing fan theory about where this game lies within the BOXBOY series. Without any further ado, I'm going to be actually returning to A Tall Tale because there's a HAL room in all three of these campaigns. And the very first one lies within the final stage of the final world in A Tall Tale. Once you get to the very end of stage 7, all you need to do is create an uphook that you can attach yourself to on this side of here, I believe? Or is it the right side? I know you can hook up, there you go, the right side of the stage. Alright, and then you can create a hooking mechanism over this way. Perfect. Then all you need to do is press this button here, allow yourself to be pulled up into the zero gravity, and this is your very first HAL room. Of course, you could go in the opposite order I am and find your first HAL room in A Tale for One, but I felt like going backwards because I went in the chronological, not necessarily chronological, I'll get more into that later, but I went in the order of how the campaigns appeared on the selection screen. But yeah, this is the HAL room in A Tall Tale. I really like the zero gravity behind the HAL letters. It's actually really, really nice. It complements it very well. Our next HAL room that we're going to discover is within A Tale for Two, and it is the 5th stage of World 8. Now for this one, just to play it on the safe side, I usually like to use the Box Plus and the Jump Plus assist items. You're not forced to use them. I just like doing them to help achieve reaching this HAL room. And thankfully, unlike in A Tall Tale, the HAL room is right at the very beginning of this stage. So, with your Box Plus, you're most likely going to want to do this to set things up. So, I'm going to have QB reach up here, and then QC will go here, and then we're gonna just jump up and we're going to set this up. Now, sometimes the camera will do stuff like this where it kind of glitches a bit. I don't know why it does that, but hey, I'm not one to judge. Maybe the developers didn't think someone would be this stupid to set it up this way to do this HAL room like I am, but I always figured that this is probably the best way to ensure that the HAL room appears. Now, the HAL room is not going to appear right away, unfortunately. And you know what? I'm going to do another trick just to make sure that it appears here. So, let me go ahead and set it up with QC, where I have 4 boxes tall like this. And then with QB, I'm going to set it up this way to where this happens. Actually, QB needs to be down here. I'm just going to play it safe. I'm going to do 2 different setups just to see if it'll work. Alright, so, QB, yes, QB needs to put 4 up, and then jump up. Just to be safe, this is how you're supposed to activate it. You're supposed to activating it by creating boxes straight up with one character and just jumping with the other on top of your head. Now, if I did this correctly with both of my setups, eventually, there should be some platforms falling down from the sky. Now, hopefully I don't have to do an additional step in which I have to get QB over to that facial recognition gate thing to make it sure it activates. Hopefully I don't, but we'll go ahead and see. Maybe I'll end up fast-forwarding this. I'll probably have to be honest, because God, I forgot this takes forever. There we go, finally! Oh my god, that was so long. I wish I would have timed that, because holy crap, that seemed to have taken forever. Okay, I'm sure somebody will know the exact time. I don't necessarily care in order to track it. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump all the way up here. Let's get everything set up. There we go. And now both QB and QC are present for the Howl Room in A Tale for Two. And of course, that just leaves A Tale for One's Howl Room. So, thankfully, much like A Tale for Two's Howl Room, it's pretty much immediately. So, all we need to do is go into the very first stage of the very first world. Now, this time, the assist items are required in order to access it. It's very questionable, I just use them anyway in the A Tale for Two one, but this one is required. So with Box Plus and Jump Plus, if you head inside of Stage 1 of World 1, what you do is you create a staircase, or no, you can't create a staircase, I forgot, it's 2. Alright, there you go. Hop up here, and of course you need to be able to have the ground pound ability in order to access this as well, so keep that in mind. You can't see this immediately. Press the button, and then you gain access to technically the first Howl Room, but honestly, I think it's better to save this one for last anyway, because look how grand it is. It's a lot more, it has a much bigger room than the other two. Let's be honest, if we're gonna be a size king, or queen, however, I shouldn't use those terms. But anyway, if you want to compare the room sizes, this one is a lot more grander, so there you go. And that is the technically first Howl Room, but final Howl Room to be shown off in this finale. So, now that I've shown off all 3 Howl Rooms, I'm going to exit back to the world map in A Tale for One, because I need to set up the secret ending. But first, I want to go ahead and I want to view some comics, because I have kind of done this since BOXBOY, where I go ahead and look at the final comic within the game. So I want to see what they do in the final comic in this game. So let me load up this one, and you know what? I probably should have read the final comics in the other ones, but it's the same thing, it doesn't matter. They're all the same thing. Alright, now in HD. Maybe I've read this before already, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I have, I don't remember. Now in HD. If we were in HD, puff, puff. Oh my god. Anime face. It looks like Brock with long rocker blonde hair. Ta-da! Oh my god. Wow. Hello, brother. Okay, you just look weird. That's a really good comic. I'm actually curious if there's a Kirby cameo in these like there were in the other ones. Oh my god, that's so great. Look at Cutie's eyes. That's so cool. I want to see if... Oh my god, he actually did become a helicopter. Memories. Okay, photos. Is there a Kirby cameo? I'm very curious. Aw, finally the hero one. And then QB takes his spotlight anyway. These ones are cute. I like the little BOXBOY BOXGIRL. Look at that. He makes a heart. That's so adorable. These ones I don't think would be in that. Let's see. How to make friends. This one seems like it would have the Kirby cameo. Box throw. One more. Yep, there it is. Alright, there's the Kirby cameo. Go figure. Right in one of the first comics, technically. Kirby's mad that QB ended up putting some notches on top of his head. But there we go, that is the Kirby Cameo. There's another thing, the Kirby Cameo within the BOXBOY games. Another one to show off there. Alright, so now I need to go into the dress-up area because I need to go down and put on a couple of accessories. So, within the head department, there is the Fragment of Courage. It looks like one of several fragments. By completing every single campaign, I think fully 100%, not entirely sure on that. I can probably pull that up really quickly. Let's see, is there a way I can pull this up real quick without completely destroying something here? Hopefully, I don't think it's gonna show me. I don't think so, no. Yeah, I don't think I can get it up on my phone, unfortunately. So yeah, you get the fragments by completing each of the campaigns. I think I'm gonna be on the safe side and assume it's 100%. You get 1 for completing A Tale for 1, 2 for completing A Tale for 2, go figure, and the final one for completing A Tall Tale. The Fragment of Bonds is your eye accessory. Gather these fragments and a miracle will occur. For the mouth, if you go all the way down, because they're all the way at the bottom, the Fragment of Affection. Only a brave young lad can trigger the miracle. And within a tale, within a tale for body? Yes, within a tale for body. Within body, the final one is a Fragment of Wishes, where with a desire to borrow someone's power. If you were to put on all 4 of the fragments, BOXBOY becomes Miracle Boy. Oh, that was a nice flashy animation there. Not bad. And if you were to go to the final world of A Tale for One, and then complete the final stage within the last world, you will be prompted to watch the ending for A Tale for One once again. And trust me, you're gonna want to see this. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the secret true ending to BOXBOY and BOXGIRL. Now, I'm going to be discussing the significance of this true ending, but it all starts with talking about how all 3 campaigns within this game are obviously interconnected, in which they pretty much took place about at the exact same time if you were to take all of the cutscenes and kind of splice them together like a movie. So, chronologically, there we go, not canonically, chronologically, A Tale for Two takes place before the other 2 campaigns. And there's actually a really neat fact I didn't know about until Kybykins pointed it out to me in the comments of one of the videos within A Tale for Two. And that is on the Nintendo UK store page for BOXBOY and BOXGIRL. QB and QC are referred to as Box Dad and Box Mom, respectively, within the description of A Tale for Two. And that ties in to an overall fan theory that honestly has a lot of legs within the BOXBOY community. But I'll go into more detail about that in just a second. Because this is the final episode, I do have credits, credits are going on right now, but there's stuff I need to say. And of course, that is thank you all so much for the support throughout this series. Obviously, I say it every single time, but it means the world to me, and all I need is one person to be satisfied with what I do, and that means I'm satisfied. And this was very fun. I love the BOXBOY series, and I'm super, super happy I was finally able to do this game. Now, you might notice the ending on the secret endings credits is very, very similar, kind of, sort of, to what you saw at the end of A Tall Tale. Except you might notice that there were, I guess, flashing eye-looking stars that are lit up within the constellation of this ending screen. So, I need to talk about what the true ending, the secret ending here implies. And there's a popular theory going around. I take no credit for this. I give credit to the amazing fans of the BOXBOY series for this, and I'm honestly not going to do it justice talking about it without it in front of my face, so if I butcher anything, you probably know where I'm going with this and can understand what I'm saying. Don't crucify me if I say it in a weird way. So the bad ending, as it's called, for BOXBOY and BOXGIRL, if you were to load up the very first game on the Nintendo 3DS and compare it to the ending that you saw originally for A Tale for One, you might notice something. That's because a darkened QB box is present at the end of A Tale for One, and when you start up BOXBOY on the 3DS, there's a mysterious darkened cube within the very first beginning part of Stage 1. That's right. The bad ending for BOXBOY and BOXGIRL implies that this game is a prequel, or at least A Tale for One's a prequel, but again, the chronological aspect of it pretty much makes this overall game a prequel if you get the bad ending in BOXBOY and BOXGIRL. Which makes sense, because now, putting it into perspective, Bye Bye BOXBOY makes sense for the final title on the 3DS part of the series. And then there's the true secret ending, where if you get all of the target medals, you S-rank every single world and every single stage, and you put on the Miracle Boy 4 Fragment costume, you get the good ending. And what that implies is that life goes on, and the Q babies can just grow up and, flourish anew. Which, what does that imply for the future of the overall BOXBOY series? Well, they could technically go through a number of ways, just have a pair of the Q babies grow up like we saw in the cutscene at the end of A Tall Tale. BOXBOY and BOXGIRL, there's a new generation, and, well, the series can just continue like that. But I like the bad ending, personally, where it implies that this is just a prequel to the 3DS games. And I like that a lot. It actually opens up a lot of avenues in which, yeah, the series can keep going, and I would like that very much with the Q babies growing up and, doing the adventures like QB and QC have, or Box Dad and Box Mom. But, yeah, I really like the symbolism of this game, because it could be a prequel, or it doesn't have to be a prequel. It depends on the ending that you get. And honestly, personally, I do prefer the prequel aspect. I prefer the bad ending, in which it leads into the 3DS games, or at least according to the popular fan theory. This isn't obviously 100% confirmed by the developers, although kind of maybe you can see the first game's opening with the faded box being a clue overall and they tied it up. I don't know. But personally, I find that theory to be very fascinating, and I do hope it's true, in some way or another. But with that, BOXBOY and BOXGIRL is over. So I kind of shoved it in between a whole different bunch of theory things, but I'll say it one more time. I usually say it 27 times in these finales. But thank you all so much for your support throughout this series. It means the world to me that I still get even one person to watch these videos other than myself or my friend group. So thank you all so much. It means the world to me. And again, as long as I make one person happy, that's all that matters. So as far as the next Let's Play goes, now, my goal would probably be to start it on the anniversary of when I started uploading Let's Play videos next month. However, I'm not too sure that may happen. But as far as what game is coming next, I've changed my plans a lot throughout the last year for this latter half of the year and forward. So I think I won't be providing a hint in the finale for the first time in quite a while about what game is coming next. So stay tuned to Twitter for updates, or my website for updates on what will be coming next, and if it will be coming next month or not. But until then, thank you for watching. Again, it means the world. Thank you so much. And until the next Let's Play, and whatever I just so happen to upload in between, catch ya later.